Hey everybody, it's Richard. I'm back for another video, and today I'm back for another video about the Pawn Stars. The first one did pretty well, so I figured, what the hell, I might as well make another one. And today I'm going to be reacting to a YouTuber who actually went to the gold and silver pawn shop, and he snuck in his watch, which you could record film on. So he filmed the whole exchange between him and the Pawn Stars, and he shows you how fake the show actually is. Now, one thing that I didn't actually even know is that the store you see on the show, the Pawn Stars, is not actually even a real store. It is a set. There are two separate stores. You've got the one that you see on the show all the time, and then you've got the actual one where people do go and sell stuff and buy stuff. But the one you see on the show is like a prop. It is not a real store. It's a setup. It's a set. And the customers you see browsing around the store in the show are not real customers. They're extras. So this really blew my mind when I found this out, and just exactly how fake this show actually is. And they tell you what you can say and what you can't say, and they give you all these rules. So I'm going to react to Andrew Wilson's video of when he went to the gold and silver pawn shop and actually saw what really happens behind the scenes. So here we go. YouTube ads. I hate YouTube ads.
I threw a company picnic.
That's the only problem with doing these reaction videos.
Welcome back. It's me again. So if you guys remember, a couple months ago, more than a couple months, like back in
so this video is 7 years old. So this video is 7 years old, and that just shows you how long the Pawn Stars have been faking this for.
In an appearance on Pawn Stars. I never released that vlog. I should release it sometime. I haven't seen this yet, so I'm going to watch it for the first time with you guys. Now,
so here we go.
This, stay tuned, because I'm going to release some backstage footage that I took on my secret camera watch that I don't have on right now. All right, let's
the part where he shows the backstage footage is actually the really interesting part.
I'm really excited for this because I've been waiting. See, here I am waiting.
So here we go.
Take the thing off your head and maybe get to work.
So he's going to start off by watching the the edited version that was in the episode, and then he's going to go to the unedited thing he filmed on his watch. So he's going to start by watching the edited one that was on the actual episode of the TV show, and then go to the unedited footage on his watch.
I remember him saying that when I was there.
Take the thing off your head and maybe get to work.
There's my dad. Here's me. I remember him saying that as I walked up. We did it in like 2 or 3 takes. By the way, this whole thing.
So again, you got to do a bunch. So you got to do a bunch of takes when you go on this. I think this would be more trouble than it would be worth. You're gonna get ripped off first of all by these guys. They're not gonna give you a fair they're not gonna give you a fair amount of what the thing's actually worth. And if they have appraisers come in, the appraisers are going to lowball the appraisal too. And then you got to do all these different takes for everything. I just think it's more trouble than it's worth.
He winked.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how you doing?
Alright, what do we got?
I have a Rambo lunchbox and thermos from 1985.
So he's trying to sell a 1985 Rambo lunchbox. And I think, first of all, I think they lowball him on this right away. And they tell him, I know Rambo still has a cult following. I've never seen Rambo. But I know it still has a cult following. People still like it. So I think they could sell this lunchbox pretty quick. But of course, no, they got to lowball him and tell him, that's going to take a long time selling all that bullshit. And I don't buy it.
Rambo lunchbox and thermos from 1985. And thermos. Yeah, they cut it out.
And that's another thing. He has the thermos to go along with this. Whenever you've got the thermos to go along with these lunch boxes, that always brings the value up a lot.
They chop it up a lot.
Rambo, that's awesome.
Back then, lunchboxes were kind of like your expression of who you were as a kid.
You had a My Little Pony lunchbox, huh?
That is a good
So
one.
badass.
I still have my Beavis and Butthead lunchbox upstairs.
Makes sense. You're a butthead.
Thanks, John.
my facial expression. I have an original 1985 Rambo lunchbox. I acquired my lunchbox from my dad, who gave
So
it
he
to me.
openly admits he just wanted to get on the TV show, which he's honest about. He doesn't give a shit about selling this lunchbox. He just wanted to get on the show, so at least he's honest. But I mean, they do lowball him.
Loves the movies. I'm looking to get about $100. No, I'm not. I'm just looking to get on TV.
This is interesting. I believe it was 1972.
So he's just trying to get on TV here. He's not even interested in selling this thing. I think it's his dad's lunchbox. I think he said his dad would have been pissed if he would have sold it. His dad apparently
All the
loves
major
Rambo.
Hollywood studios fought for 10 years on who was going to get the right to make the movie. At one point, Steve McQueen was going to play Rambo, Paul Newman was going to play Rambo, and then out of nowhere, Stallone writes, directs, pays for, and produces Rocky.
That's another thing, and he said the same thing too. I don't think he knows all. I don't think Corey, or any of them for that matter, know all this shit. I think they probably give them a script or something, or they look up all these facts before they come out and do this, before they come out and record the segments. I don't think they randomly just know all this bullshit off the top of their head, like, oh, this is about this. I don't think that they know all this stuff that they're saying. I think it was fed to them, or it was told to them, or they gave them a script of what to say before they came out and filmed the segments.
That's best picture for it, everything else.
Yeah, all the stuff they're saying, like Corey and Shumley are acting like, yeah, they did this, and it's like, you don't actually know these things. You looked this
I
up
agree.
5 minutes before we came out.
I agree.
Here. It's supposed to look like I just walk in and it's natural and everything. And for those of you who don't already know, it's not like that.
Yeah,
This is
I
done in
definitely
multiple
agree.
takes, and they tell you specifically what you can and can't do.
Next thing you know, the studio pretty much rewrote Rambo's for him. Do you mind if I take a look at it?
Go ahead, all yours.
It's not in that bad a shape.
it's in pretty nice shape. Like I said, I think they really lowball him here. But what do you expect? It's the Pawn Stars. I think they lowball him here. I mean, you could get more than $100 for this lunchbox. I think it's in really good shape. It's not in mint condition, but it's in good shape.
Fast. And they just made 10 lunchboxes like this up until about 1985, and they started to produce everything in plastic because it just became much easier.
I'm pretty sure this was probably one of the last years that they made any metal lunchboxes at all.
All good things gotta come to an end eventually, huh?
I had to wrap this thing up in bubble wrap to get it to Vegas on the plane.
Bonus is that you do have the thermos. What are you looking
Yeah,
at?
like I said, plus he has the firmest. I think they lowball him on this.
The thing is as popular as the movies are, there's not that huge of a collector's market out there.
See, I don't buy that.
I'd offer you about $50 for it.
Okay, let's get one thing straight. I don't want to sell this thing. My dad, he loves this thing, and he didn't want to sell it either. My dad and I both love Rambo, and these guys don't want to buy it either. It's
Ah!
all about the TV show.
He's
It's
probably
all
right.
that.
Yeah, they don't want
I
it either.
came
They
on the
just want
show
a thing
to
for
get
the
on
show.
I don't care about selling the lunchbox. In fact, I don't want to sell it. And it's not even mine to sell. If I did sell it, my dad would get...
Oh, these ads. Now we're getting to the YouTube ads. That's the one thing I don't like about doing these reaction videos with all these ads in between. But he's going to show you here in a second when they recorded segments over the stuff that he actually recorded, where you see the whole shop is just a setup and a set. It's not a real store.
Run your apps on intelligent.
Both schemes knows a thing or two about bringing the heat. So number one Cochrane is teaming.
Dad would get the money. I'm sure you'll find a super fan.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with him
See
there.
the watch? The watch right over here. This is my camera watch, and it's filming right now. And
Yeah, that's his camera watch. You're gonna see how fake this store is and how it's just a bunch of setup, just a set, and there's all kind of lights and there's all kind of cameras and lights, and it's just, and all the customers are fake. Once the recorded, edited segment is done from the show. He's going to show you what really goes down here. And also, I think it's really cool and sneaky that he brought that camera watch in, because I have a feeling if Rick Harrison found out that he brought that in and was recording this whole thing, he would get his ass kicked. I don't think Rick Harrison would be happy about that.
This, I'd really love to have it on a shelf.
Yeah, I'm sure I will sell it eventually one day, but how much money do I want to invest in that?
I mean,
Meet me in the middle at 75.
nope. I don't think so, man. It's just, my dad did have it for a long time.
I don't have to have it for 100, man. 75 is going to be the most I'm going to pay.
I still think that's low ball.
I appreciate the offer, but I'd have to get at least 100.
No, I appreciate you coming down.
Appreciate your time, sir.
Take care.
Now we're going to see what really goes down here.
Again, like,
Now we're going to see what really happens. Now we're going to see what really happens behind the scenes. We're going to see what really happens behind the scenes now.
4 times. It's a little disappointing I didn't make a sale, but it's been my family for a long time, so 70. Jeez, I look pale here. I should get a tan. I suppose I look a little more tan in this lighting angle. It's all about the
So
light.
here we go.
This wasn't enough, but I'll survive. Oh, that's it. Okay. That was funny. I'm gonna watch it one more time. So let's talk about how this whole thing came about.
Now we're going to see what really happens.
This whole process went. Basically what I did was, if you Google how to get on Pawn Stars, you can find this email. You send a picture of whatever you want to sell and they'll decide if it's good enough. And most people get turned down. I'll show you guys. I've got all this footage that I took on my camera watch. So this whole thing is actually a replica set. Like
Yeah, the
what you're
whole
seeing,
set is just a
video
replica. The whole set is just a replica. It's just that it's not, like I said, it's a fake store. It's a bunch of BS. It's not even a real store. I don't even know if any of the stuff you see on the show is for sale or not, because like I said, they do have a store where they do sell stuff and they buy stuff, but this the one you see on the show is not real. It is fake. It is a set. And the people, the customers that you see on the show are all extras and stand-ins. They're not real customers.
different. Yeah, this whole thing, yeah, it's not very good, but yeah, this is the real pawn shop that you walk in, there's customers in. Most people don't know this, like this door is fake. They just say stand by the fake.
So the door is even fake. The door going into the pawn shop is a fake door. It's not even a real door. He did show a second of the real pawn shop. I couldn't see it. It was only like a second of it, but it did look a lot different than the one on the show.
Door and you walk in.
So this whole store is just complete bullshit. The store is not even real.
All the extras in the background, they go out into the store and say, any volunteers to be extras, and they bring them back to the replica set, and they're all instructed to be quiet. They can't say anything. Not much of anything interesting happens out in the shop. Let's skip to backstage. Sorry for the poor angles on this.
Now he's gonna show you where they take you backstage behind where they film, and they tell you what you can and cannot do. They have rules for this. They have rules for this when you go on the show. There's stuff you can say, and what stuff you can say, and what stuff you can't say, and stuff you can do, and stuff you cannot do. So again, this whole thing is just so just not real.
The lady finds me that I was emailing, and then she takes me back to this back room. Okay. So yeah, this is their backstage area that nobody ever sees.
He's backstage.
Yeah, this room right here, Chumley was in it. My dad pointed that out. You can't really tell in the video, and I didn't catch him on camera, but yeah, Chumley was in there. Yeah, I was like, that's Chumley, that's Chumley. At this point, we don't know who my guy is, or who I'm going to be filming with.
We have to pay this background, so it's really less.
And who did that say,
This one is your gym pawn.
Oh, cool chairs.
They're cool. They're not very comfortable. I have to ask, you're over 18, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
Sharing I'm 21. If I wasn't 21, I wouldn't have come to Vegas. But I came
Yeah.
to Vegas when I was like in the 2nd grade, so.
Hi, I'm Paige.
Paige.
I'm the field producer for the show.
Hi, I'm Rusty.
Hi, Rusty. Hi.
Hi, I'm Andrew.
Hi, Andrew.
Okay, so this is when the lady comes in, sits you down, and says how things are going to go, what you can and can't do.
So here is the rules for being on the Pawn Stars.
She says, well, you can't reference the show, you can't talk about that you're on a show. It's basically, you're supposed to act like it's totally normal.
Okay, I'll give you that one. That one kind of makes sense. Don't reference the show. Don't act like you're on the show. Just act natural. I'll give you that one. That one kind of makes sense.
Not on a show. This is what I love about YouTube, is it's not like that. I'm totally real. Like, this isn't staged right now. Everything I'm doing is real. I'm really talking to you guys through this camera. This isn't like a scripted thing.
That you don't look in the camera and don't like acknowledge that you're on.
Don't look in the camera. Yeah, I'm just gonna talk here. I'm not gonna look
Now,
at you
don't
guys
look.
at
How
all.
are you
But
supposed
like
to
you
look
said
at?
in the video,
How are you supposed to do it then? Don't look in the camera. Don't look directly. Like, that's weird. Like, how are you supposed to do the interaction then? Like, don't look at the. You have to look at the camera to do the interaction. I don't get that one.
But he was there about 3 or 4 years before. He had an original Big Boy on it. I should show that footage if I can find it. But anyway, he had his Big Boy on Pawn Stars. He had Rick was his guy that he dealt with, and he wasn't very nice. So we wanted anybody but Rick. But
So apparently, another guy that this Andrew Wilson knows was on the show too, and he got Rick, and Rick wasn't very nice to him. Rick wasn't very nice to the customers. That doesn't surprise me, actually. I'm not surprised by that. That doesn't surprise me, actually. But I get the feeling Corey wouldn't be very nice either.
he mentioned Rick's name, so we were afraid it was going to be Rick.
We don't usually get too many young guys on the show, so it's good to see you're used to friends. Yeah, that's actually kind of cool. Any questions for me?
Would they actually say, maybe this is my dad's, and would they say, is he really selling it? Would they say something like that?
I mean, I don't know. Like, you can say, like, why are you selling it? Like, why are you selling it? I know, you can reference the show.
Like I said many times, that is the real reason. They bring in the sound guy to put a microphone on me.
I'm just gonna drop this straight down your t-shirt.
Waiting in the Pawn Stars office and you're watching MSNBC on your phone.
No.
I forgot about that. We were out in Vegas and he was just in the hotel room all day watching MSNBC and Dr. Phil. Taking me through an electric chair.
Yeah.
I tell cheesy jokes. Yeah, this right here is like their back office set where they do all their talking and business and everything. They don't actually run that pawn shop. They're just actors mostly.
So are all the people actors?
This here is their set for that. These are all the extras.
Yeah, there's the actors. When it's thrown on camera, you can't see these are all just extras. They aren't real customers. They're just waiting around for the next segment to start, and it's not real. So it's all fake.
Got all their crew and everything. So they just had me sit. They just had me stand here until she signals me. Check out all their.
Sorry now.
dresses and lights
Sorry,
up
it's
top.
getting dark in here now. I hate. There we go. I'm having technical difficulties with this phone. It stays bright for a little bit and then it gets dark, so it's a pain when I'm recording videos.
Yep, that's what they said.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how you doing?
So here we go. Here's the interaction. Here's the interaction in real time, not the unedited one from the show.
Much different when you're there in person without the music and all
And
that.
it doesn't. And he's right about this. He's right about this. It seems a lot more awkward and uncomfortable when it's not the TV show and it doesn't have the music going and it's edited. It seems a lot more uncomfortable and awkward.
I have a Rambo lunchbox, original from 1985.
Rambo, that's awesome.
The matching thermos. Here, I'll show it to you.
Yeah.
Now, this is when you get to hear all the dumb comments that I made that they cut out because they were too dumb.
It reminds me of myself. Just a real badass.
Now look, you see me. Now look, you see above Chumley's head here. Now look, you see above Chumley's head here. all these lights, these big these big Hollywood lights. So you can see it's just a set. There's these big lights above his head that look like they're movie lights. I mean, it just you can see from his footage from his watch that it's so fake.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, such a badass. Can't you tell?
So where in the world did you get this?
From my dad.
You want to go pull this out?
Oh yeah, go ahead. He gave it to me. He was a huge Rambo fan, huge Sylvester Stallone fan.
I'm not a Rambo fan or a Sylvester Stallone fan, but I do like Rocky.
Okay. Definitely a sign of the times, man. I can't imagine sending my kid to school today with a lunchbox of a Vietnam vet who has severe PTSD and killed a couple cops and basically took a town hostage.
See, that's a good point that they brought up. They cut that out.
That is a good point. That is a good point that they brought up. I'll give them that much. But like I said, I don't believe that they know all these facts either. That they're just saying all this stuff when the segment. I don't believe they know all this stuff. I believe people are telling them this stuff or they're looking it up on the internet. I don't think they know all these facts, these random ass facts.
Launcher on the front of it. You would not get away with that today.
Has severe PTSD and killed a couple cops and basically took a town hostage.
Times have changed.
Yeah, that's kind of like the equivalent of having a Kill Bill lunchbox or something today.
Yeah.
It is famous though. I mean, pretty big brand, right?
Yeah, I mean.
And again, I think they lowball everybody. Again, they lowball everybody. That's what they do. I think they lowball them here, offering them $50. I would never have taken that.
Much longer after this, that's for sure. At least you got the actual thermos with it.
Yeah, that's another thing. He's got the thermos too, not compass. Why was I going to say compass?
So tell me what you know about it.
Basically, all I know about it is, like I said before, he bought it back in '85 and he's had it ever since. And it's all original. It's been kept.
Is Chumley high here? You can see Chumley. He looks like he doesn't even know where he's at. Is he high? He looks like a deer in headlights.
Good condition.
When you see Chumley up close, he looks like he's a deer in the headlights.
Hardly any marks on it at all. I say a lot. It's like and it's got a thermos. It's got a lunchbox. And look at Chumley. Their camera footage is a little bit better. As far as the history goes, it's just.
It looks like it may have been dropped a few times, but for being a kid's lunchbox from the 80s, it doesn't look like it's in bad shape at all. So do you know much about the story at all?
Yeah, I've seen 2 of the movies.
Okay.
Yeah, we actually watched the movies. I watched them a week before because.
So he watched the movies a week before he went to Vegas.
Just because I was going to go on the show.
So it was 1972. The book was written, and all the major Hollywood studios fought for 10 years on who was going to get the rights to make the movie. At one point, Steve McQueen was going to play Rambo. Paul Newman was going to play Rambo. Robert De Niro was going to play Rambo.
Does he get go backstage and memorize this before he comes out?
That's what I'm saying.
And then, basically out of nowhere, Stallone comes out. He writes, directs, pays for, and produces Rocky. Wins Best Picture for it, everything else, and they pretty much rewrote the whole movie for him. Like I said, a sign of the times. I mean, I believe it was Rambo 3 was rated by Guinness Book of World Records at the time as the bloodiest, most glorious movie ever made, or most violent movie ever made, something like that.
Really? It's just.
Yeah.
It just seems so much more awkward in the raw.
Yeah, it does. It just
environment
seems.
setting.
Yeah, it does. It just seems so awkward and uncomfortable and just like nervous. When they don't have all the stuff, the music and all that going, you can just see it's just not the same thing.
I believe it was Rambo 3 was considered by the Guinness Book of World Records as the most violent movie ever made.
No, I've never seen any of the Rambo movies, so if you have, let me know.
Lunchbox like this. Yeah, I mean, you know, back then too, lunchboxes were kind of like your expression of who you were as a kid.
I mean,
if you were a Batman guy, you had a Batman lunchbox. If you were a Spider-Man guy, you had a Spider-Man lunchbox. If you were a Rambo guy, you had a Rambo lunchbox. You know, that was what you were into. That's what you thought was cool.
So I think this is pretty much about it. I mean, there's only a few minutes left in the video. But, again, he just showed how fake this whole thing is. How fake this show is. It was never real. I mean, they scam people, they lowball people, they bring in experts to lowball people. And, I mean, the whole setup is fake. The whole show is just a fake show. And it's a shame because I really did enjoy it when it first started. The first couple seasons were really good, but then it just got too fake. And I know most reality shows are fake and scripted, but this one just got too much. And like I said, I don't like Rick Harrison's politics. But I mean, even that, if the show was still good, I might still watch it. But it's just way too out there now. So if this is your first, so let me know, do you ever watch the Pawn Stars? Do you still watch the Pawn Stars? If this is your first time over here, please hit the like and subscribe button, and please hit the notification bell so you'll always be notified when I do a new video or a live stream. Until next time, remember, peace and love. Peace and love is the only way.